What's going on, everyone? Justin here with Trading Cards and More, and today I wanted to do kind of a cool video. This is going to be my top 10 eBay sales for December of 2019. The main focus of my eBay store is trading cards, hence the name Trading Cards and More, but I do sell other items as well, but mainly the items in this video are going to be trading cards. So the number 10 spot goes to the Ultra Shiny GX Charizard card from Japanese. This was a pretty cool set to collect. It got re-released in the English version in Hidden Fates. I've sold a couple of these now. The price has kind of fluctuated a little bit. I sold this one for $189.99 plus shipping. I paid around $75 for these and then paid about $9 for grading, so I did pretty good on this card. Let me know what you think below, and let's get to number 9. Alright, number 9 goes to a 2005 EX Delta Species Kyogre holographic Gold Star card, guys. Gold Stars are one of my favorite type of cards. I've been collecting and reselling these cards for a while now. Now this particular one I picked up on eBay for about $55 a couple years ago. It came in a binder. I don't think the seller really put in as much work to sell this specific card as they could have. That's why I got such a great deal on it. Looking at the back, it didn't really look like it was a PSA 8, but it got an 8 and I was pretty happy about it and held on to this card for a little while, but decided to sell it, and I got $239.99 for it plus shipping. Okay, the number 6 spot goes to a 2006 EX Legend Maker Regirock Gold Star card, guys. I bought this card by itself ungraded. I believe I paid around $150 for it. Looking at the back and everything, it looked pretty darn mint. I was hoping to get a 10 out of it, but it only came back a 9. I can't remember if it had a few lines in the holographic or factory lines or scratches, but I'm pretty sure this was looking pretty good. Other than that, I kept onto the card for just a little while, and I finally decided to put it up for sale, and I took a price of $214.99 for this card. Okay, the number 7 spot goes to this 1997 Skybox EX 2001 Michael Jordan Gravity Denied insert card, guys. I've always been a huge fan of Michael Jordan. I grew up watching him play, and this was a card that I never was able to acquire when I was younger. I think I paid around $100 to $150 for this card, ungraded, and I thought I had a good shot at a 9, or possibly even a 10. But looking at it now, I don't think the picture really shows it, but there was like a crimped area along the edge, which I think was done by the factory. And that's the reason why I believe this got an 8, because the front surface on this card usually has little imperfections and blotches on it, and this one just looked really, really good. Originally I was going to keep a lot of my Jordans and just hold on to them, but I've been putting them out for sale. Check out the eBay store, link in the description if you guys want to purchase any of my Michael Jordan cards. I'm also going to be doing a video here shortly showing off a lot of the cards that I have for sale. So number 7, Gravity Denied Jordan, $229.99, $450 for shipping. Okay, number 6 spot goes to a 1999 Pokemon game Charizard holographic card, guys. This is the original base set Charizard. It's not Shadowless, it's not first edition, but these cards are still highly sought after, especially in mint condition. I buy these cards whenever I can in mint condition. A lot of sellers will sell them as mint condition. I can tell you by experience they're probably not. A lot of times the holographic has scratches on it that you can't see. This one was top to bottom off centered, but it has a pretty clean back, and I sold a handful of these in mint condition that I graded myself. Generally I pay $70 to maybe $100, just depending. And this one sold for $259.99. Alright, the number 5 spot goes to a multiple purchase order. I sold a bunch of Michael Jordan cards to one person. They paid $352.92 shipped. We had this 2009 Upper Deck Jordan card that sold for $22.99. We had this 1997 Fleer Flare Hardwood Leaders Jordan card, graded a mint 9, that sold for $44.99. We had this 1997 Skybox EXL 2001 Michael Jordan card, base card, and a PSA 8 that sold for $39.99. We're going to get to this card again here later in this. We sold a 2008 Fleer Michael Jordan card, graded a PSA 10 for $29.99. We sold a 1992 Upper Deck Michael Jordan and Larry Bird Fanimation card for $18.95 in PSA 10 form. We sold a 1992 Skybox USA Basketball Michael Jordan card number 39 in a PSA 10 for $19.95. We sold a 1999 Upper Deck Checklist card number 154 Michael Jordan card in a PSA 10 for $20.99. We sold a 1996 Stadium Club Shining Moments Michael Jordan card number SM2 in a PSA 10 for $59.99. And last but not least, we sold a 2004 Upper Deck All-Star Game Michael Jordan card number MJ, numbered to 2004 out there, in a PSA 9 form. For this actually sold for $105. It's showing me the price here, but that I took a best offer on that one. This guy actually purchased 2 cards off me. The first one is this 2003 Pokemon Skyridge Golem, however you want to pronounce it, holographic card.
Roots? I can't say that word.
Rhodes!
This is considered one of the crystal cards, and I was really excited to purchase this card. I bought it ungraded, probably for around $150. I can't remember exactly the amount. Knew it had a good shot at a 10, and sure enough, it got a PSA 10. I took a best offer of $343.99 on this card plus shipping. Here's a better look at this card. This was one that I definitely didn't really want to get rid of, but sometimes you gotta let those nice cards go, you know? It looked like there's a little tiny dot right there on the edge, but still a nice looking card. The other card he purchased was this 2006 Gold Star of a Reggie Steele from EX Legend Maker. I got really lucky on this at auction and won it ungraded for about $100. I really didn't want to let this card go. We battled back and forth with the price, and I told him I really didn't want to sell the card, but I would let it go for $400, so we met at $400 on this one. And you can see just really a nice looking card. I knew it had a good shot at a 10 when I bought it. These Gold Star cards are a really good investment in my opinion. Our number 3 spot, this goes to one of the more rare cards that I owned. This was a Gold Star Rayquaza from EX Deoxys. The story behind the set was they had a lower print number on these Gold Stars than some of the other sets that had Gold Stars in it. That, with the fact that a lot of people out there really like Rayquaza, makes this card more valuable. In a PSA 10 form, you could be looking at up to $10,000 for this card. When I bought this card raw ungraded, I paid about $715 for it. The card is slightly off-centered on the front, but not too bad. The holographic looked really good. When I got the card, there were some factory lines on the holographic, which was just due to the printing process. That will generally knock the card down to a 9. Looking at the back was pretty clean. The only issue was these little white dots in the corners here. Most of the time that's just from the factory. It's not actual wear on the card, but just the way it's printed. You can see the back of the card looks really centered. Overall, I still felt like I had a good chance at getting a PSA 9. Apparently Susie the Grader was not having a very good day, and she decided to give me an 8 on this card. Sorry about the goofy joke there, but all joking aside, still an amazing card. People are asking around $850 for this card when I sold it, and I had one guy that was willing to pay that day, but unfortunately he had too many dings on his account, and it wasn't allowing him to purchase the card. A couple weeks later, somebody came and offered me $790 for the card, and I just decided to let it go. Our number 2 spot goes to this Michael Jordan 1997 EX 2001 card. Told you guys earlier we're going to be getting back to this card. Now this one was in a PSA 10 condition, which is very, very hard grade for this card. You can see I have it listed as a pop 8. That means there's only a population of 8 on this card. I believe it might be 9 now. Generally with this card, what I found is that this upper corner will be kind of almost like bent a little bit. This is like one of those clear acetate cards. And then Jordan kind of pops off of the card. It's really cool looking. Also, there's like a little dot on the arm, which I noticed on basically every card. Nonetheless, when I got this card back from PSA, this was part of a big purchase I made of a collection. I really only paid a few dollars for the card. I had no idea that the card was worth this much until I looked it up, and that's when I decided to put it up for sale. Under the sold, it looked like another one that sold for $1,000, but early on I had somebody give me an offer of $800 and I declined. I was originally asking about $1,300 on this card. Months and months went by and I lowered it $100 at a time until I got down to $899. I was kind of getting a little bit worried there. Somebody came in and offered me $850 and I said, we got a deal. Nice little investment, couple dollars into the card, and we turned around and sold it for $850, so I'm pretty excited about that one. Our number one spot that you all have been waiting for. We had a complete set of every single Pokemon Black and White Full Art Trainer cards, guys. So the Black and White era came before the XY era. The XY era came before the Sun and Moon era. It ran between 2011 and 2013. Out of all the sets, there was only 8 Full Art Trainer cards. Noble Victories had the N. Plasma Storm had the Colress. Boundaries Crossed had the Bianca, the Cheren, and the Skyla. Plasma Blast had the Iris. Plasma Freeze had the Ghetsis. And Plasma Freeze also had the Juniper. Now, if you know anything about this era of Pokemon cards, the cardstock quality was not very good whatsoever. I don't have any pictures of the backs of these cards, but basically the cardstock, it would always have nicks on it. The centering had issues. It's very hard to find these cards in gem mint quality ungraded. This Trainer N was only graded a 9. There's the Colress, he's a 10. This one doesn't sell for as much money as some of the other ones, but still a nice card. Bianca looking like she's going to eat an apple there, but really it's a Pokeball. This was one of my more favorite cards here of the set. All of these cards I bought raw, ungraded, and sent them off to PSA myself. Cheren. Cheren is Karen. That's another one of my favorite cards out of the set. Good old Skyla. They had another Skyla in an XY set. I think it was Breakpoint or Breakthrough. Really nice cards. She's holding a Pokeball as well. I think I paid up around $40 or $50 for this card, but in PSA 10 form, it was worth into the hundreds. Iris, this one was a little bit easier to get. Not worth as much money as well, but nice cards still. And then the Ghetsis. Really cool looking cards. Hard to let these go, but... And then Professor Juniper, which I got a copy in the mail that should have graded a 10. The person shipped it from Canada, and unfortunately they only had it in a sleeve, and the card slid out of the sleeve, and the top part of the card got rubbed and damaged, and unfortunately, potential PSA 10 I had to send back and get a refund. The deal that I actually worked out was asking $1,600, which was on the pretty high end. He only wanted the 6 PSA 10 cards, so I actually took out the 2 9s and sold him just 6 cards. And we worked out a price of $1,330. So altogether, I probably bought these 6 cards raw and graded for about $200 to $300. So that's it for my top 10 sales of December for my eBay store. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Which one of these sales was your favorite? What cards do you wish you owned out of these cards that I showed you today? Or which ones do you own? Other than that, I'd love to hear your feedback. Let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.